True Story Tuesday. Frank Abagnale Jr. The true story behind Catch Me If You Can, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. Frank Abagnale is an American French security consultant, author, and he's a convicted felony of a lot of schemes and fraud that he did back in his younger years. Frank was known to target more of small businesses or individual people. Now, when Frank was younger, he was wild. He was out there. It was many claims that he had so many occupations that he had scammed so many people. He claimed to be a U.S. General Attorney in Louisiana, served as a hospital physician in Georgia. He even impersonated a Pan American World Airways pilot, logging in over 2 million air miles by just deadheading. And deadheading is when you're carrying something free of charge, a transport of one's staff, a passenger, so that they can get to the right place for duty. So basically, he was just flying free and getting miles from that. Now, even though he was being known to do all of these things, it was said that a lot of this was fabrication and lie. That he never did a lot of the things that he said he did. Including, he actually said that he was an informant for the FBI, you guys. So Frank Abagnale Jr., born in April 27, 1948 in New York, New York, was born to his mom and dad, who later divorced when he was around the age of 2. And it seems that's when the age, going on to like age 14, 15 is when his crime spree started. Like his first victim was a neighbor where he stole a credit card, and he even stole their car and, kind of went and bought gas and was just riding around in the car. It said that he was sent to a reform school in Westchester, New York, but there was never any records or photos indicating that he was ever registered there. In December of 1964, he enlisted in the U.S. Navy when he was just 16 years old, and after 3 months, he was released around February 1965. And it was saying about 2 weeks later, he got some petty larceny charge. And he continued to just go around New York committing petty crimes until he was eventually thrown into a psych ward. Well, at least that's what they say. So by later in 1965, Abagnale was arrested by the FBI in Eureka, California due to car theft from a neighbor that he had stolen it from. Now, it was said that he was pictured in the local newspaper for this crime right here, and that he had been stealing blank checks financing the trip from New York to California. It was then said that the stolen vehicle had to be transferred back to New York, but he had to stay in California and do some time. So by the time Frank was 17, he decided to impersonate a pilot, and he used the money that he had prior committed the crimes in 65 earlier, where he did the forgery of checks to buy aid